Hello, my name is Bill Stanley. I'm the school counselor in the Character House, Alpha Slice CO through F. I want to welcome you to the open house.
Hi, I'm Kim Orchard. I'm the other counselor in Character House, Alpha Slice G through GRE and English learners. We put together a PowerPoint for you to review, print, or save for your reference.
Hi, my name is Mr. Kaiser, and I am one of the guidance counselors in the Ambition House, and I work with students A through BQ. Please enjoy the PowerPoint, and if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to your child's guidance counselor, and we would be happy to help. Enjoy the evening. Thank you.
Thank you.
At Westboro High School, we have 5 houses. We have the Ambition, Character, Honor, Pride, and Tradition. I, Mr. Stanley, am in the Character House. So we have the COO through GRE plus the ELL students. Okay. Inside each house has a dean, 2 counselors, social worker, psychologist, 2 OPs, those who you'd be calling if your son or daughter is absent. And then we also have a lead counselor who's not on here, Mr. John, and then we also have the assistant principal of student services, Mr. Durbin. All of our students usually log on to Schoology. Everyone should have a Schoology page. If you do not, that should come to the counselors so we can get that situated for you. Every student has all their classes on the Schoology page. Parents have access to Schoology and home access. For the most part, parents use the home access center, students use the Schoology page. On the Schoology page would have kids' grades, would have the assignments, PowerPoints, assignments. Everything should be posted on the teacher's Schoology page. So if you have any issues with that Schoology page, make sure that you reach out to the school counselor or the house. The web page can be found on the SD 129 website. A little bit more about Schoology. We also have an app that you can download. I believe you just go to your store and type in Schoology and you'll see that icon to the left. You can also look on the school's webpage. There is a login and password. If you cannot log in or if you're having any password issues, just call the house OP or a counselor and one of us will get back to you quickly so you guys can get logged on. Naviance is a program that the counselors use. We want the students to use. We have like programs for freshman, sophomore, junior, senior. So by your senior year, we like kids to log on to Naviance to be able to send their transcripts to any college. Okay. As a sophomore, it's more of like an exploration to find out what the kid would be interested in. We use that for class placement. We also use this for, we can put in your GPA, there's tests in there, there's things that we can do in the Naviance program. You can see right there how you log in. With students who in their Chromebooks, there's a one login, so they won't even need necessarily this information because once they're logged in, they can click on the Naviance icon and it automatically go into the Naviance program. Again, if you have any issues with Naviance, please reach out to the school counselor. This is what Naviance will look like once you log on. If you'll notice all the links to the side, to the left. We also post for seniors if there's anything that's scholarships, we'll post those. Kids can research colleges and careers. They can do a My Planner or About Me. About Me is like there's certain tests that tell you what you're good at or not so good at. So this is a great program to help you decide what path you're going to choose. We do have academic support resources. I believe, I know I have, I think other counselors have, it's been posted where kids can get math, English, and science help. It's called the AAC. It's, you can drop in, you can use it during this time even remotely. You can zoom in and meet with it won't necessarily be the same math teacher as your son or daughter. So there's a good thing and a bad thing about that. But make sure you utilize that resource. We also have a homework club. It's after school when we are in session from 3 to 4. Peer tutors is when we have National Honor Society students who will tutor students either before school, after school, sometimes during the day as well. So those resources are available to you at all times. Hopefully kids use those. Also, we have CIS, so for students that struggle in any way, we have people from the outside agency will come in and they will meet with the student once a week. We also have different groups. We also have a psychologist, social worker, and counselor. We have a college and career center. We have a lot of resources. So if you want any of these resources, please reach out to the school counselor. If it is an issue related to an academic, for instance, if your son or daughter is not doing well in English, we do ask that you meet with the English teacher first, and then to see if that can get resolved. If not, come to us, and we can definitely set you up with whatever you may need. The sophomore year focus is we'd like you to get to know your teachers, your counselors, all the different resources that are available to you, using the internet, taking a virtual tour maybe, going to visit a college campus if that's possible, exploring careers, looking at your junior years when you're going to be taking the SAT. That's the one that's going to be offered at West High. If you do want to take the ACT, you can take that at any time during a national test day. Me personally, as I have a junior son, and I'm going to have him take the SAT and the ACT because you can always send your higher score. So what's the difference between the two tests? It's kind of like Coke and Pepsi. Very similar, just a little bit different. If a student did not do well their freshman year, we do ask that you look into summer school, things like that. And then you challenge yourself. So in colleges, when you do apply, or if you apply to college, the college can see how the student chose certain classes, and because academic rigor is a determination sometimes for college entrance. Here is something that's coming up. This is like the virtual college exploration. It's a program that you can all join. The website's at the bottom. This is for anybody and everybody. So it's never too early to start looking at careers and in colleges and seeing what would be a good fit. So just want to share that with you and see if you were interested. Check it out. Testing as a sophomore, you will not be taking an official SAT. However, you'll be taking a practice SAT, which is basically a retired SAT, and then you will get a score. And then your goal is to hopefully improve when you actually take the SAT your junior year. So there's the date, April 13th. Hopefully we're in school at that time because this is a good practice test. Looking ahead, I always recommend a 4 to 6 year plan. Just what you're doing the next 2 years is very important. Looking at dual credit classes, we have 19 offered. As you get older, there's more dual credit classes offered, right? So many times it's like your senior year, so you have that dual credit science, biology, human biology. Sometimes we have an English class, speech comm, English 101. So whether you take it at West High or in college, sometimes it's better to take it early. You just want to make sure you do well and you're ready. Sometimes for dual credit, I think it's a later slide, but you have to have a certain score to get into a class. But we'll see if that changes because it seems to change every day. Advanced placement, there are 26, so always challenge yourself, take honors and AP classes. We have the Weisner Center right off of Galena Road, welding, machining, a lot of hands-on type of things, computer science, cybersecurity. ECO is early childhood occupation 1 and 2, and then we have our CNA program out there as well. We do send a few students who are interested in automotive to Mooseheart. Whether you're going to the Weisner Center or for automotive Mooseheart, you have to have some flexibility in your schedule. I think it's like 2 to 3 periods. So you want to make sure that this would be for students who's passed many of their classes and is able to have that flexibility moving forward. On the left-hand side, the graduation requirements. That's if you're just going to graduate from high school. You need 22 credits, 4 years of English, 4 years of health and PE. That includes driver's ed, right? Government economics. Government is now called civics, so it's civics and economics. U.S. history. So you want to make sure that you hit all those marks if you're just planning on graduating from high school. On the right-hand side are classes that you would need additional to be entrance required for colleges, right? So like, do you have to have 2 years of a foreign language or fine arts to get into college, the answer is it depends. It depends what college you're applying at. We always recommend that you do at least 2 years of a foreign language. I had a student that applied at Illinois State University, did not get in, and I called and I asked why, and they said the reason is because he didn't have 2 years of a foreign language, even though the student was bilingual. So we want to make sure you hit that mark. At U of I, for sure, you need a foreign language. At NIU, they want either a foreign language or a fine arts. So if you're in band or in choir or in art, that'll be good. You want to take an extra year of social studies as well, science, and then they prefer 4 years of math. Here's some information on dual credit classes. The courses are free. They're held at West High. They're taught by West High faculty. They've all been approved to be professors at Lake Waubonsie. Okay, so they do count as college credit. There is a fee at the end of the day for you to get those transcripts from Waubonsie. So if you're going to Illinois State University, let's say, you would need to send your high school transcripts. Also contact Waubonsie Community College, send your Waubonsie transcripts so you can get credit for it in college. Dual credit will work for any college in Illinois and also could work for other colleges as well. Can't give you specifics. You have to contact the college and the counselor will be willing to do that. Just let us know. You have to be 16 years of age or older to earn dual credit. Sometimes, again, you have to have the ACT or SAT benchmarks. There are things we can do if you don't meet those benchmarks, but you want to make sure that you get A's and B's to take dual credit classes. The AP classes, 26 at West High, 52 honors, those are all weighted. We do recommend all kids to push themselves with rigor in the classroom, do as well as they can. And is it better to take an honors course versus an honors course and get a B, or a regular ed course and get an A? In that case, if a student got a B in an honors course, it would be counted as a 4, which would be an A in a regular class. Colleges prefer students to push themselves, though. There is no dual credit. There's no age requirement. A lot of kids take AP psychology, maybe their junior senior year. That's an additional social studies, plus it sets them up to take the AP test if they choose. There's the AP exam schedule. It's the first 2 weeks in May. My son, who took the AP exam, did his online last year. So I think even if you take an AP class, I don't know how it's going to look this May, but those tests will probably happen. There's a cost associated with them. Even if you take an AP class, does not mean you have to take the AP exam, though. Here's something on the Weisner Center. Mostly juniors and seniors. You apply in the spring. You want to make sure if you're going to go to the Weisner Center that you communicate with your counselor about that. Make sure that you have the flexibility within your schedule. If you're like in the CNA program, you'll do your PE in the CNA program. So there are a few rules in there, but it's a great program to jumpstart your career. We do have a college and career center. It's in the Nexus area. I don't know if you guys know Miss Fowler. Her information is right there at the bottom. You can always reach out to her. If you want to meet with her virtually, there's a website or a link right in the middle of this page. But she can help you with not only helping narrow down what colleges you want to go to, but also scholarships, and if you need help. If you need a waiver for the SAT, she has the waivers. So another great resource, and hopefully kids take advantage of that. We do ask you to follow us on social media. We try to post things, upcoming reminders. We last year did a lot of college visits, and if we go on a visit to, let's say, U of I, we want a full bus. We want all the kids to experience. Some kids have never been to a college campus before, so take advantage. Try to get onto Twitter and all the other social media sites that we work with. If you do have any further specific questions, please feel free to reach out to your son or daughter. I know to the counselor, we understand that right now some of us are working remotely and some of us are not. Please reach out via email first, and we will get back to you hopefully within 24 hours. If not, send it to Mr. Stanley, and I'll be sure to tell him that you saw this presentation, and I'll take care of it right away. Once again, thank you very much. Have a wonderful night.